Scream has finally arrived on 4K, but is it as good or bad as they say? Let's check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Vault. My name is Rob. Let's talk about movies. As I mentioned, today we're going to review the brand new 4K release of Scream and check out how good or bad it is. First off, let's talk about the artwork, guys. It comes with a slipcover and the sleeve art is exactly the same underneath. I really do like the slipcover actually. It's really cool. They've gone with this nice black and white kind of desaturated look with the blue eyes and the red lips sticking out of Drew Barrymore there on the cover. Actually really like this one. Thumbs up from me on the artwork. Let's get into the audio quality, guys. There is no Dolby Atmos mix on this. No new mix at all compared to the previous Blu-ray release. So we are once again just getting that DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 mix on this one, so no upgrades at all from the previous release. The 5.1 mix is fine, no issues whatsoever from me, no complaints at all. Maybe that's why they didn't bother going with a new mix, but it would have been nice, you know, being that they scanned the movie in 4K to throw in a new Dolby Atmos mix for this 4K release. Okay, 4K picture quality, this is what you guys want to know about, so let's talk about it here. I will say I made a couple of notes right after watching this, or while I was watching it, and then I done the comparison. So these are my thoughts initially after watching this before I compared it to the Blu-ray. The film grain is present, it is in there. Once again, I'm repeating myself, guys, I apologise. It's there, you can see it when you get up close, it's there. When you move away, it's not as obvious as would be in the cinema looking at a 35mm print on the big screen. You get up closer and it's there, and you move away and it's not. That's fine. The colour grade looked nice. I really liked it. The blues and the reds pop out like on the cover art here. Dolby Vision on this one as well. HDR, all that good stuff, guys. Fantastic. Daytime scenes looked good, nice and bright and vibrant. The nighttime scenes look cool. The dark of the shadows and stuff. Really overall nice colour grade on Scream 4, I thought. It's a 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio movie, so you'll get your black bars top and bottom of your screen. This comes from a 4K digital intermediate in 2021, so it's a brand new 4K scan. It's not a 2K upscale or any of that nonsense. This is a proper 4K release here for Scream. Detail looks good. Massive thumbs up from me upon watching here, guys. Really liked Scream on 4K. Now, let's get into comparing the 4K to the previous Blu-ray release. So my previous Scream Blu-ray release is this Scream 3 movie collection. I'm not too sure when this came out, guys. I'm looking at the copyright here on the back and it says 2020. I did pick this up either early this year, 2021, or late 2020. It's this version where you get the 3 movies in there, and then you get Still Screaming and Scream the Inside Story. So as always, guys, I picked 3 scenes here so as we can compare the 4K to the Blu-ray. Let's jump right into it here. The first scene I've chosen is from the opening of the movie. We have Drew Barrymore kind of hunkered down beside the TV. Ghostface is attacking her. So you'll see here on the 4K release, guys, that the 4K has a much brighter look. I really like it, like the colour grade and all the sort of stuff that I mentioned. When we compare that to the Blu-ray, the 4K is brighter, the Blu-ray is a little bit darker. You will notice that there is less obvious grain on the 4K as compared to that Blu-ray. The Blu-ray looks really grainy. So to me, they've done some sort of smoothing or digital noise reduction on this 4K. I have to report here. Let's jump on to the next scene. It's where the group of kids are outside the school. You can see here this daytime scene. When we compare the 4K to the Blu-ray, guys, actually the 4K looks a little bit duller on this scene compared to the Blu-ray. I prefer the 4K to the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray looks much brighter, as we've seen before and stuff. The last scene I've chosen here is of Ghostface himself when he is about to kill Tatum in the garage. Let's look at the 4K here, guys. It looks good, no complaints at all, but when you compare that to the previous Blu-ray release, you seem to have a little bit more detail in the Blu-ray release, which is really surprising here for me. You can see in Ghostface outfit, or cloak, whatever you want to call it, there's more sparkles and stuff, etc. on the costume than there is on that 4K disc. Once again, it leads me to believe there's been some sort of smoothing, or that digital noise reduction has been added onto the 4K scan. In terms of bonus content, guys, there's a bit of a difference between the 4K and the previous Blu-ray release. As I mentioned, this has the 2 documentaries, Still Screaming and Inside Story. So if you want to go for best bonus features, the Blu-ray compilation collection is your way to go. On the 4K of Scream, we get some bonus content here, guys. There is a 7-minute kind of a bloody legacy, 25 years later sort of thing. It's basically talking to the new cast of Scream 5 or Scream 2021, whatever they're calling that new version of the movie. There is a couple of archival kind of featurettes, a production featurette, behind the scenes featurette, questions with the cast and crew. They're all only like 4 to 6 minutes long. Nothing major at all, guys. There's an audio commentary with Wes Craven, Kevin Williamson. I think we've seen that previously on this Blu-ray release. So bonus features, nothing standing out majorly between these two releases, guys. So overall thoughts on Scream on 4K, guys. After the Blu-ray comparison, I have some mixed feelings on this one. As I mentioned in the video, while I was watching it without comparing anything, I thought this really looks good. Nice detail, nice and clear. 4K looks great, fantastic stuff. When you compare it to the Blu-ray, you can see that they've done some sort of grain reduction, grain smoothing, whatever. I know I'm repeating myself in this video, guys. I just want to give you the info as I see it. The comparison with the Blu-ray reveals some differences between the 4K and the Blu-ray. That being said, if I didn't have the Blu-ray and I just picked up this 4K, like I said, upon initial watch, I thought it was great, looked great in 4K. Pity there was no Atmos upgrade on the sound mix, but you know, we'll take what we're given, I guess, these days. There seems to be a trend of these movies getting restored in 4K and are doing some smoothing or noise reduction to get rid of the grain, and I'm not too sure why that is when the Blu-ray reveals a more obvious grainy look to the film. But mixed feelings, guys. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I love Scream, you know, I love a good horror movie, so glad I did pick it up, glad to have it on 4K. Looks fine on 4K, as I said, unless you're like really particular about wanting more grain than the Blu-ray. If you have this version, then this is the one to keep if you like more grain. I just wanted to give my opinion, and remember, guys, that's just my opinion. That's how I watch the movies here. You may think differently. I'd love for you guys to jump in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Are you going to pick Scream up on 4K here? Do you have the Blu-ray? Do you prefer the grain? Do you not prefer the grain? Jump in. Let's talk about that sort of stuff in there. I want to point out to you guys, if you are interested in checking out my Patreon and YouTube membership accounts, links are down in the description below. You can get access to 7+ hours of bonus content not featured here on the main channel for only €1 per month, guys. These names on screen right here are the faithful members who make videos like this possible each and every week here on the main channel. If you liked the video, of course, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Consider hitting that little bell. I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers before the end of 2021. We are almost there, guys. Thank you so much for your support. And as always, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.